The old sedan sputtered to a stop in front of the small auto repair shop on Maple Street. It was a frigid winter morning, and Jenna, a single mom of two, sat in the driver's seat, gripping the wheel tightly. She was already late for her shift at the diner, and the car, the lifeline to her job and her kids' school, was now useless. Tears welled up in her eyes as she stared at the faded sign, Mike's Auto Repair. She didn't have the money for repairs. But she had no choice. Jenna stepped into the shop, her breath visible in the cold air. Mike, a wiry man in his late 50s with grease-stained hands and kind eyes, greeted her with a warm smile. "What can I do for you?" he asked, wiping his hands on a rag. She hesitated before explaining, her voice trembling. "My car, it just stopped working. I don't know what's wrong. I can't afford much, but..." Mike held up his hand. "Let me take a look first." Jenna watched nervously as Mike popped the hood and tinkered for a while. Finally, he came back inside, his expression serious. "It's your alternator," he said. "It needs replacing." Her heart sank. That sounded expensive. "I'm sorry," she whispered, her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. "I can't pay for it right now. Maybe I can come back when..." Mike interrupted her gently. "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." Her eyes widened. "What? I can't let you do that." Mike smiled. "Consider it my way of paying it forward. You need this car, don't you?" She nodded, speechless, as gratitude and disbelief washed over her. As word spread about Mike's gesture, the townspeople couldn't help but wonder why he'd done it. Mike was known for his generosity, but this seemed different. Deeper. A few days later, Jenna returned to the shop with cookies her kids had baked as a thank you gift. She found Mike sitting at a cluttered desk, staring at an old photograph. She hesitated before speaking. "Mike, I just wanted to say thank you again. I don't know what I would have done without your help." He looked up, his eyes misty, and motioned for her to sit. He handed her the photograph. It was a picture of a young woman with a radiant smile, holding a toddler in her arms. "That's my wife, Anna," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "And my son, Tommy. Years ago, Anna was in your shoes, struggling to make ends meet, raising our boy on her own while I was deployed overseas. One winter, her car broke down on the side of the road. A stranger stopped, fixed it, and refused to take a dime. He told her, 'One day, you'll help someone else who needs it.'" Jenna's eyes filled with tears as she listened. Mike continued, "Anna passed away 5 years ago, and Tommy is grown now. But I never forgot that man's kindness. Helping you felt like honoring her memory, and keeping that stranger's kindness alive." The story didn't end there. Inspired by Mike's actions, the community rallied around Jenna. The local grocery store offered her free groceries for a month. Neighbors helped babysit her kids. The diner where she worked held a fundraiser to help with her bills. And Mike? He became a local hero. Not because he sought recognition, but because his story reminded everyone that small acts of kindness can create ripples that change lives. Sometimes, a simple act of kindness carries the weight of 1,000 stories. Mike didn't just fix a car, he mended hearts and brought a town together. Let this be a reminder, no matter how small, your kindness can spark a chain reaction that touches more lives than you'll ever know.